Get Donovan on. Dude,
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. Graham, could you put me another channel on the splitter? Because I've got the shit mono one again. I don't like it when he's in one ear. It makes me feel unbalanced. I need
It makes me feel
stereo.
off.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's not working either. Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Leave it. Donovan, how you doing, fella? It's been a long time.
It's been a little bit, right?
I imagine
Uh,
it's been a year for you.
it feels like it's been at least 20.
Because
Um,
obviously, people might not have noticed, but you do have a condition that makes you particularly susceptible to dropping dead if you get COVID 19.
yeah, my doctors have often said to me, if you could not die, that would probably be good for your health. But
Oh,
my
bless them.
body is just like, I just feel like we should die. Like, at any given point, my body's like, we should do it, like right now. And this year in particular, some dude in China decided, hey, let's fuck that kid up. And I've been trying my hardest to avoid that guy.
And I imagine it's all fucking about. It's probably been a pretty grim ride for you, waiting to see. Well, basically, if you were going to die or not.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster this year for sure.
Well, you're on the way out now. Are you going to get the vaccine?
Yeah, I'm not the dude that's like anti-vaccine by any means, but I do feel like I've gone this long, haven't gotten it. Let's see what the first wave of people getting it.
Well, you
Let's
see,
see how they react.
I believe in the States they're giving it to nurses. But
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
the UK, we're giving it to all the really old people first. And I think I might have figured out why. Because,
It's it's smart. I mean, let's just be honest, because if you're out here killing off your nurses and doctors with, you know, a chemical that you don't know, like, obviously, I'm not the scientist. I'm not the big brain. I cheated my way through high school. I don't know, like, the science behind vaccines, but I've seen enough horror movies to know that when a miracle drug comes out, it never goes good. So if you're killing off your medical professionals right out the gate, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
well, that's why we're injecting the old people who have served their
And that's
purpose.
smart.
Yeah, and then we kind of did some man maths earlier. And
Mm,
Britain was making a big deal because we were the first to start pumping this shit into people. Because
mhm.
we're so far ahead of you colonial filth, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is we're kind of going at a certain pace, and we've realized that the old people will only be vaccinated by about April. So we're going to be locked down for fucking ages yet. But it does give us longer to see if they're going to turn into the Toxic Avenger or some shit like that, you
Yeah.
know? Because that's what
Yeah.
I want to
Uh,
see.
yeah. Any day now, it's just going to be a matter of turning on the news and you seeing a live action remake of I Am Legend
Yeah,
in
just
front of
old
your eyes.
people eating fucking care workers.
And would that be the craziest thing to happen this year?
Oh no, I'm quite ready for it. We had zombie
I'm
pigs,
open.
didn't we? They managed to bring the brains of pigs back to some kind of life after being dead for like 8 hours. So this is
Whoa.
how these things happen, Donovan. You're mixing vaccines and pigs, and this is how this
Yeah.
shit gets out. And before you know it, zombies, and we can't even have fucking guns over here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
And
you guys
you're
are at
double
least
fucked. You're just double fucked. You're like a
because not
buffet.
only do we have too many guns, we have too many crazy people that don't care.
But not only that, and I mean this with the greatest of respect, if the zombies get in your house,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's
there's no
done.
getting away. I don't know what kind of
No,
motorized contraption you have,
no.
but
I think me and my mom we collectively agreed that like if the zombie outbreak ever happens, it we're just kind of collectively putting me down, and it's going to be seen as a mercy killing, just as a you have to do it.
well,
It's for
also
the greater good.
it would buy your mum a few valuable minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so
yeah.
you're basically paying her back for all the years of servitude. She's had because you had the temerity to get in this fucking state. By the way, I'd like to say, that one of our regulars was banned from your Twitch stream for hitting on your mum. So that makes me very happy when I heard that.
That seems about right. That was funny. I don't really control anything on my end because I'm of the mindset of like, I don't care, but whatever. But I have a few people, friends of mine, who are better, more, I guess, civilized people, who are more in tune with like the rules and whatnot. So
yeah, but he could have been your new dad.
Yeah,
I've met him, dude. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he's the ideal one. But, you know, I don't think your original one was fucking ideal either. So, you know. No,
wherever he's at.
Well, maybe he'll go first, dude. That's what you gotta hold out hope for this shit. So, in 2020, we've seen a lot of freaky shit going on. But I'm going to ask anyone that talks to us today, who is your arsehole of the year? Who is the absolute epitome of a cunt for 2020?
Wow.
Not Ricky Berwick.
That's a really good question. It's a toss-up between the one Uber driver who that I keep getting, who doesn't get my fucking order right every time I use Uber Eats. I want him to die a slow, painful death. Like, I want him to be skinned alive and just spit on by little sick Asian babies. And Jeff Bezos. Fuck them both equally.
You've got both ends of the spectrum there, dude. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Given your heritage, do you not know anyone that could make at least part of that come true for you? Because Mexican people fucking love skinning people. Is he frozen? He's frozen. Oh, no, he's moved. There we go. Oh, you're dropping. Oh, you can hear me there now. Good. You just went very still. I thought, please don't let him fucking die on the show.
I thought it was the time.
I can't hear him now. But as long as he's not dead, that's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You're back. I just had this horrible. Just for one moment, I thought, oh no.
Wouldn't that be great? That'd be the greatest show.
Yeah, oh, yeah, except I'm still talking to you for 2 minutes.
We'd be clipping that shit tonight, man. It'd be paying to get hits on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, actually, do you know, if you ever feel like it's going to happen, though, if you let me know, I'll set a stream up.
Oh, yeah. Like, we had a little bit of a scare not too long ago where somebody in my house found out, like, they might have come into contact with somebody. So that put us all on, like, high alert, and we went on super quarantine. Because we're already pretty much quarantined, but, like, I wasn't allowed to leave my room. I was getting checked in on every, half an hour, temperature, whatever, all that stuff. And, I mean, the only way I can really come to terms with that kind of heavy of a situation is to just think about all the jokes I can make from it. And that's the only way I can cope. And my whole thought process was, if I get in the hospital, I'm setting up a live stream throughout the entire thing. And I'm just going to, with each passing day, I'm going to become more and more Asian. And whenever my nurses come in, I'm just going to be like, do you have any soup? Like, I'm just, do you have bat soup?
Well, I mean, you got to be careful which platform you put that on, because didn't some guy try to stream his own, was it his COVID death on Facebook? He was like dying, and they fucking banned him.
That would be the greatest thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like suicide. This poor fucker was dying, and it's like, no, you can't show that.
Well, why? You can't even have people in the hospital room with you while you're dying. So, like, at least virtually witness me die.
Yeah, let people share my moment. Like that horrible prick that did it on TikTok with a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
Of all the, I mean, that's just the worst. A fucking TikTok
Yeah.
with his mother
No.
watching. What a prick.
You know what? I think we can probably collectively agree here as a human species that if you're gonna kill yourself and you're thinking I'm gonna put this on TikTok, you probably reached the last bit of your life that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You have my support.
Yes. We're pretty much there. It's the dignitas of the internet, isn't it, really? It's
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
I mean, of all the platforms, I can't imagine I'd ever want to live stream my suicide, but TikTok just seems, it
No.
seems like an extra slap in the face for anyone that ever loved you, because you know the next video coming up is going to be either some fucking child shaking their ass or a makeup tutorial.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't imagine scrolling through TikTok and going from like weird children dancing in ways that they shouldn't, uh, like food hacks that aren't really hacks. They're
Yeah.
just teaching you how to add chocolate to things and then somebody blowing their brains out.
And then onto some lip syncing.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to give it to them. They didn't mix up. Although there was that thing about TikTok where the moderators were ensuring that none of the promoted videos were of people of less than desirable quality, meaning any kind of deformity, disability,
Yeah.
anything. So no, you don't get near the front page of this motherfucker. This is for beautiful retards, not fucking
Yeah.
none of your ugly ones.
No, you don't get the Ricky Berwicks of TikTok. You get like the I can't even name a popular handsome disabled person because you don't see them. So
Oh, that reminds me. I was enjoying very much recently going through some of your threads where you are ableist. And one of the girls calling you ableist thinks she might have depression. Fucking, you're sat there with a fucking tube in your neck and fucking things up your nose.
yeah,
And she's like, you don't know my fucking pain. You don't know my pain. I was misgendered, you dreadful fucking monster.
listen. Being misgendered is so hard nowadays, right? Because I couldn't imagine somebody looking at me and assuming I'm one thing when actually I'm a whole nother. It's a whole, like, I've gone my entire life seeing different people have different ways of, like, victimizing themselves, but absolutely the funniest one has to be the gender thing. Not because, like, I'm against it by any means. It's just, it becomes their entire sense of being.
Oh, yeah, it's an oppression Olympics. It's
I don't
fucking
get it.
beautiful to watch. Basically, reasonably wealthy white middle class people deciding they need some of that victim gold. You know, they need some of that fucking clout. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. They've got perfect veneers. They've not been abused in any way, shape, or form. So they've decided they are they, them. I mean, how are you supposed to get that fucking right anyway, Donovan? How are you supposed to know?
I don't know, and you'd think that, like, if you're on Twitter already and you're complaining about, like, how the world should be, you're not doing anything right off the bat.
Yeah.
You're just screaming into the void. Nothing's going to change.
I love
So,
Twitter
like,
activists.
oh, dude,
We're
they're the
doing
best.
something.
They're the best. Like, just last night, me and Ricky were kind of going into this. Did you see it with his retards shirt that he did?
No, I didn't.
It's in,
I need
So,
one of those t-shirts. I'm going to buy one.
it says in the PlayStation font, like, text, it says retard station, and that's what it is. It is what it is, and it's a great shirt. It really is. But apparently, that's when enough people decided to take notice of it and say, "Hey, that's bad. You can't. That's ugly. You can't say that word. You're profiting off of disabilities, and you're spreading whatever. You're
Have they
the
looked
typical
at Ricky
jargon."
Berwick?
Yeah, and that was kind of my big thing. It's like,
I mean, you know, I
have you
like
looked at the guy?
I like Ricky. We occasionally talk, not in
Yeah.
any great depth, but he does look like someone got a basically a human shaped bag and shook it up
Yeah.
to see what happened to the shit inside. He knows what disability is. He's
Yeah.
fucked up. Oh, it's
It-
beautiful.
the-
I love that. I love that these people are so oppressed. You people are wrong for capitalizing on a disability that
Disability.
they don't have.
And that's the beauty of it, right? Because the person that we were kind of going in on wasn't disabled in herself. Like, she was able-bodied, completely fine. And her thing was she is an advocate for people with disabilities and works at a home with people who had disabilities. And according to her, she told a story to Ricky that said one of her residents actually killed themselves because their cousin called them a retard. And
Dude, will
My-
you stop
my-
smiling while you tell me that fucking story? You're making it very hard.
it's not that I don't doubt this happened. Maybe it did, right? Maybe. But the thing is, it wasn't just because he was called a retard. There's so much more behind it. It's not that simple because nobody in their right mind is like, "Oh, you call me a retard, I have to kill myself now." That's it. And let's just be real. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The people that should be offended by the word retard are too retarded to know that they should be offended. So really, anybody that's offended by the word retard, it's just people that it's like, oh, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Well, that's all it is. I
And
remember
it's weird.
I had a chat with a guy it was a few years ago now because I knew someone that knew him, and he told me about we just got in touch to talk about this story. He was in Game of Thrones. He was not the main dwarf. He was another dwarf.
Yeah.
He wasn't the one
Right,
that looks
right.
like Jack from Twitter. It was another one. And he wanted to do these adverts because he's an actor, and he plays guitar with his feet because his hands don't work so great, I think.
Cool.
But that's by the by. I'm just painting a picture, you know.
Right.
So he got these adverts where he played a crazy dwarf selling insurance or something, you know, an elf, an imp. And he was going to get paid for him. He was dead happy. But I don't know the correct name for it. I imagine it's like the Dwarf Society or something. Got in touch and said
that sounds awesome.
They said, you can't do this. It's demeaning to dwarfs. And he's like, yeah, but I'm a dwarf. No,
Right.
you got to think of the other. Do you know who the guy was that told him he couldn't do it?
Who?
A guy that married into dwarfdom. The king of the dwarfs isn't even a fucking dwarf. He's just some guy with this weird kink for telling dwarfs what to do. And he married one, so therefore he understands. And this is everywhere. This is what these people are. Let me tell you what's best for you.
Yeah.
You know, because
it's always
obviously,
able-bodied people.
yeah, because you can't move around so great, you must be a bit fucking stupid as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
look
you're
after
too
you.
retarded to know that you should be. Really?
Graham's shaking his head here. What's up?
You just don't shag dwarves, man, because you can still tell the grown-ups. There's no point. Honestly, waste of time.
I don't know. It's like that little taste of danger.
No,
And they got those little hands.
there are the little hands, but there's too much stubble and the smell. It's just you know the grown. No.
Stubble.
Yeah.
Well, they're all hairy.
Well, usually, yeah, but what's the point? You just find a kid, do it properly.
Okay.
I'm still on the fact that there's like a whole a society. What did you say? Like an organization.
Oh,
of-
yeah. It's
of
an organization for the betterment of fucking dwarfs. Yes.
God, that's so cool. I want to be at one of those meetings so bad. I would kill. I'd have such a good time.
I always said if I ever win the lottery, which I don't play the lottery, but if I ever won the Euro Millions, where you get like 170 million, which is basically do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want money, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to buy some dwarfs.
You have to.
You'll be able, from one of those weird countries like Africa or China or something, yeah? I bet you can buy some dwarfs. I'm going to buy my own army of dwarfs and I'll breed them.
Yeah.
And I want them to have little pointy teeth. Proper little fucking savages. My own tribe. You'd be like a god. Like a
That's what I'm
god.
saying.
Oh.
They're going to look up to you as the ultimate being. They will defend you with their life.
My dwarf army. Well, I used to say about Troll Central, it's my army of weaponized spastics. But I'm now told I can't say spastics anymore. Apparently that's a bad word, you know?
Well, I mean, it depending on where you're at anymore, because even like on Twitch now, you can't call people virgins.
What?
Yeah, that's a real thing. There's a new community guideline starting in a few days that if you say in a negative tone the word virgin, incel, or simp, it's bannable. You can be banned. That's where we're at.
Because incels deserve respect.
Yes,
Fucking
dude,
hell.
Elliot Rogers died for nothing, dude.
So
He
just
would've
to
been
get this
around
straight, I have now to respect men who enjoy being called a piece of shit and give people money for it on Twitch. Sorry,
Yeah.
sex workers. Sex work is work.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see how you feel about that when you're 45 and your shit's gone south. So I have to respect fucking simps that buy old underwear and shit like that. Okay, but incels, how is anyone supposed to respect a fucking incel? That's like asking me to respect a furry.
You can't do it. Like
No.
you can put aside your aggression and like irritation for a little bit to like somewhat be civil to get along, but like
Oh. Oh. Drone tech's taken over from Donovan.
Hey!
Graham, I don't know what to do. Oh, he's back. Donovan, sorry, dude. I don't know what happened, but you turned into drone tech. That was really fucking weird.
He did that remotely, dude. He did
Yeah.
that. How did he do that?
Oh, that was really strange.
We've lost his audio now as
Yeah,
well.
we kind of lost your audio a wee bit. Can we hear you now? Let's listen.
did the incels get me? Are they
No,
after me?
yeah, that's what it is. We spoke about the incels, but it's the fact we're talking, and he isn't an incel, bless him, but we're talking about incels, and he stood there looking reasonably like he's waiting for something in his whole Christmas outfit. It's like, oh, that gave me a surprise. We will get you on very soon, Drone Tech. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, Twitch is fucked. How we not been banned on Twitch, I don't know. We don't broadcast on there very often.
I think people were struggling to give us subs on it, so
Yeah,
maybe
I
we
think
have.
only about 8 people ever watched us on Twitch anyway, so fucking
Well, people jumped in to give us our Prime Twitch
That's it.
and then jump out again, didn't they? And it was a nice little
But
$3 a
furries,
month.
you must never respect a furry. Never respect anyone that feels compelled to have a wank inside a nylon fucking fursuit.
No.
Never
No,
once.
no.
Dude, I'm so fucking glad you came on tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Are you going to come on more often?
I'd absolutely come on whenever you guys want me to.
We will make that happen, that you're a regular addition to the show. And because I'd really like that. I always enjoy chatting with you, and we barely get to chat through DM now and again.
Same.
Because obviously I know you're there with a straw in your mouth pecking at the fucking keys.
That's what it is. It takes a lot of energy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Neck muscles must be fucked. But Donovan, no, it's been a pleasure. I hope you and yours have a fantastic Christmas. And
We will.
in the new year, we'll definitely sort out when you want to come on and all shit like that. We'll get it sorted.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it, mate. Take care.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Bye-bye.